to send all this stuff to. So I'm going to go to GitHub, add a repository, new repository. We're going to name this repository Cupcake Playhouse. There we go. Let's see here. Let's copy this. We will open up iTerm now. I'm just gonna cd into my Galvanize practice folder, and I'm gonna make a directory called Cupcakes Playhouse. Yeah. Let's cd into that. Cupcakes Playhouse. All right. Now that I'm in here, I'm gonna do git init. Initialize the empty repository. I'm gonna git remote add origin. Command V. Good. And then let's create our first JavaScript. Touch.js, good, app.js. We're gonna do we're gonna npm init as well. And I'm just gonna say yes to everything. Yes, yes. So here we go. We got our main.js here. We got our type git repository, bugs, homepage. Looks pretty good. All right. Now that we've got that, we're also going to do npm install express -- save, because we want to save that dependency, the express dependency. All right, let's open this in Atom, huh? Open this in Atom. Now what I like to do is I like to make this full screen. That way I can swipe back and forth like this. Okay, as you can see, we have our app.js. We have our node modules. If you check our package.json, you can see our dependency, our express dependency. While we're over here, I want to actually touch a .git ignore. Okay. It'll pop up right here. Good. And I'm actually going to put node_modules. This means that whoever downloads this repository has to download the node modules as well. So npm init or npm install. So we got that. Now we're going to go to app. We'll go to app.js and we'll start writing our first little bit of code here. We're going to call express. We're going to set it equal to require express. And we're going to do const app equals express function. Okay. I'm going to do app.listen. We're going to tell it to listen for this port, because we're going to do this all on a local server. Local server 3000 rec res. We're going to do the fat arrow, shorthand for function. And we're just going to console log. It's working. Huzzah. Okay. What I want to do now is I actually want to make another shell, a new window. Okay. We're still in Cupcakes Playhouse, which is good. I want to run nodemon just to check, make sure everything's working. It is working, which is great. Okay. Let's go to our local host 3000. All right, cannot get blank. This is not a bad thing. This is actually good. This is good. I like that. Okay, we're gonna go back over here. Right above that, I like to do it above. Some people like leaving that listen up here, I suppose, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me really. I don't have a preference yet. App.get. We're gonna listen for the home page. Okay. We're gonna do recres function, and we're gonna do res.send Kingdom Hearts. Come on. Whoop, not what I wanted. Cancel. Cancel. Save. Okay. Still working. We'll refresh. Yeah, we got it. Got some Kingdom Hearts in here. All right. So what we want to do next is set up our handlebars. To do that, we're going to go back to our root folder, or not our root folder, but our project folder. And we're going to do npm install hbs -- save. This will install handlebars, so it's usable. Alright, so that did it. It's working still, nothing's broken. Okay. In order to use handlebars, we need to make a folder. We're going to call it views. This is important. Then inside views, we're going to create our index. Now this is where it's different. Instead of HTML, we're going to do HBS. Okay. And here's our index.hbs. Just going to put a standard HTML tag in here. Call it Cupcakes Playhouse. And then we're going to just do something basic. We'll do Playhouse again. Woo! Okay. There's that. I'm going to save that. We're going to go back to app.js, and we have to set, we have to get some middleware up in here. app.set view engine to HBS. This is telling our app to run the view engine with the HBS instead of HTML. Okay. So we'll go back here. Actually, no, we got to go here. We're going to do res.render index. Just like that. It should do it. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's still working. Yeah, Cupcakes Playhouse. Woo! All right, so it's working. All right, we love that. I think at this point we need to start making the data of the cupcakes. So create a new folder. We're gonna oh wait, no, we don't want it in views. We want it in the main one. New folder. We'll call this one data. And inside that data, we'll create a new, I guess a database, right, for cupcakes. It's going to be a JS file. So this is now our backend data. We have our front end with app.js, and we have our backend with cupcakes.js, which is going to be our cupcake data. So let's see what we got. We're going to make constant cupcake, which is equal to an array of objects. All right, we'll put a name out there. The Blark Fark. All right, great name, great name. The baker was Floyd Smith. It's got some ratings. We're gonna make that plural. It's an array of numbers. We'll do like 2, 3, 1. All right, and then we're gonna have an average rating of 2 plus 3 plus 1 divided by 3. All right, not too bad, not too bad. I want to make sure that we can pull this to the front end. Okay, in order to do that, we have to module exports from the back end. We're going to set that equal to cupcake. Let's make that plural. because this is going to be a lot of cupcakes. Cupcakes, yeah. All right, we'll save that back in our root folder, or our front end app.js. We're going to call const cupcakes, and we're going to require that information from this directory inside a folder data, and the file is called cupcakes. Great. Now we have to render that, since we're pulling cupcakes right from our backend. We're gonna render that in our front end. So in here we're gonna do another object, not object, but these squiggly brackets, cupcakes. All right, so we should be pulling our data cupcakes now to the front page. If we go over to our index.hbs, we can test this. We can say h3 cupcakes.name. h3. I do not like the name Blark Flark. We're going to name it Sweet Delight. That's good. That's a better name. Let's see what happens. It's working still. NodeMon is still working. It's happy. Yeah, okay. So we got cupcakes.name, and that's because I didn't wrap this in these squiggly things. All right, now let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. It doesn't pop up. Now that's interesting. Why is that? We have cupcakes exporting over here. Cupcakes, I didn't misspell it. If we go to our app, res.render index, cupcakes. I wonder if this has to be used. Is that right? No, because it's working. Why did I think that? That's working. Cupcakes.name. Cupcakes. Maybe if we do like a for each cupcakes there are, right? I want to do this dot name, and we're gonna throw in another each so that we end that statement. Send that over. See what that does. There it is. All right. So now we're cycling into cupcakes, and for each object inside cupcakes, we're going to send its name, or its name. Yep. Interesting. All right, well, let's test that out. Let's see if that code even works. We're going to I'm just going to copy this twice, right? We'll do sea salt ice cream cupcake, and it was made by Uncle Scrooge, because he's the best at cupcakes and everybody freaking loves it. 5s across the board except for one little stinker. Alright, so that's 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll do this. We'll just do 5, or we'll just do 4 5s. That's good. I like that. We're gonna call this one salted carrot. Wait, no, we already got salt. Let's do mango paradise. I don't think I'm spelling paradise right, but that's okay. I'm not a. It's not my profession. We're gonna name this. This person is Betty Joe. All right, and people are all over the board with that one. Divided by 5. Okay. And now we're exporting that. So if this worked out like it should have, right? This should be listing out each one, each name at least. Perfect. We got 3 things right there. That's good. Nice. We'll also be throwing in this dot baker, right? We'll put the baker in. We will also, I guess we'll put this in the beginning. We will also be putting, I guess, rating. We'll just do rating, and then we'll do this dot average rating. Okay. See if that worked. All right, that's good. It's good. It's a good step. It's definitely a good step. I want to change all these 4. And then what I want is I want these to be listed across the page, left to right, not up and down. To do that, I'll just make a div and set everything inside that div. I'm going to tab it over. Proper indentation. It's important. I'm going to name this ID Cupcake List. Okay. Now, we need to make a main CSS for this document. The way I like to do it is we're going to make a public folder. And inside that public folder, we're going to name main.css. All right. Now we got main.css in there. We're going to reference the ID Cupcake List. And we're going to display flex. And we're going to flex direction row. Okay. Now, this isn't going to, we have to link it first, right, to our page, style sheet. Yep. We're going to do main.css. Now, it's not enough just to do that. We also have to, because this is being rendered by Express, we have to tell Express, hey, use our main CSS. So in order to do that, you guys set app.use, I believe it's express.static public. It's telling it to go to the public folder. Okay. And that should have done it. Let's check it out. No, something is wrong. What's going on here? Unexpected token. Oh, I see. I see. It's not a... It wasn't a semicolon. All right. It's working. Let's check it out. All right. That's good. It's doing what I wanted it to do, but it's... I wanted all the cupcakes to be aligned. So in order to do that... within each of these, I'll have to make another div within the each. Okay, so I'm going to just tab that over. And I'm going to give this a class of single cupcake. Okay, so single cupcake. We will go back here. We'll do single. Oh, wait. That might have just done it. That might have been enough. It was enough. Yep. All we gotta do now to like make it pretty is reference the class single cupcake. We're going to give it a width of 25 rem. We'll give it a background color. No, wait, no. We'll give it a margin of 1 em. 1 rem. I want to make this color purple, background color. Purple. And I'll make this background color is it RBG? RGB? RGB. Yeah, that's good. Let's see what happens. Alright. Alright, look at that. It's pretty nice. I like it. I like it. We'll do a text align center, make sure everything's like all aligned. Muy bueno, muy bueno. So this is nice. I like this, but I want to be able to give my own rating, like rate these, you know, add to that rating, overall rating right here. In order to do that, I would like to go to a certain page, an individual page, and then see all those ratings and vote from there. The way to do that, right, is first we get the right. Okay. First, we're going to wrap this in an A tag. Each one of these cupcakes is going to be wrapped in an A tag, which is href of cupcakes this.id. We will have to create an ID over here for each one. So got ID 1, 2. I mean, I guess we could have just done the name and then like every page from that name. But I already did it this way. So we'll keep going. Href this ID. Okay. What happens? I see. Okay. So just something to fix. Cannot get cupcakes 0. It's good that we're getting the ID here. That's good. I like that identifier. The reason we cannot get cupcake 0 is because there's not a port set for cupcake 0. So we got to make that. So back in our front end JavaScript, we're gonna do under. I like to do it under the root index. We're gonna say app.get, and then the same link that we used here, this same concept. We're gonna use that here. We're gonna say cupcake. Was that plural? Yeah, cupcakes / ID. This sets, the colon sets a variable, sets like for a parameter that you can call upon inside this request, or this GET request. So, how we reference that is we're going to call a constant, we're going to name it ID, right? This little bit here is getting pulled from this bit of information we're giving it here, okay? Just because this is ID doesn't mean that it's referencing like this ID here. It's just referencing what's being placed here. So I mean, like, we can name this name, right? And then as long as we reference it in our rec.params.name, then we will still get the ID coming back to us. For example, we'll just res.send ID, and we should be getting 0 back, or 1, or 2, depending on the cupcake that we click. So let's see here. We will click on sea salt, and we get 1. So just an important note to make. It was intriguing to me. I really enjoyed that information. Helps me kind of piece it all together. For the sake of consistency, I am just going to change this back to ID. Alright, so we are getting this page, which is good, but we want to render our own page. So what I'm going to do is back in views, I'm going to make another file. I'm going to call it one cupcake page. Okay, I'm going to end it with .hbs. Inside here, I'll do another HTML title, vote that cupcake. Vote that cupcake. And then inside here, we will also be just doing like a like an H2. Cupcakes.name is how I think it should be. Interesting. All right. I think what I need to do is send information to the front page or to this page about what cupcake is coming here. Okay. So I think before I continue any part of this, I'm gonna go to my backend. I'm gonna create a new JavaScript file, and inside this JavaScript file, I'm going to call my data. In order to reference this, because it's in the same directory already, you just dot slash for the current directory, and then cupcakes. Perfect. We're going to make a function. It's going to call get one cupcake. It's going to take an ID parameter so that we can make sure it's that specific cupcake. Oh, I want to pull queries. I'm going to pull it over here just to keep it like back end and front end. Here we go. So if we call, I think we have, yes, we have to make a const for queries. Our new JavaScript file, we're going to require it. And it's going to be dot slash data slash queries. Doop. Okay. Save. Now, when we go to this .get, this new page, we can do queries dot get one cupcake and pass it the ID right here, which is what's going to be right here, right? So now, when we click on this page, it's going to go into queries, the const queries, which is data. It's going to go to queries, your JavaScript file, and it's going to get one cupcake ID, send it this variable. Of course, it's not going to be able to pull anything because we haven't module exports anything, so we'll do that right now. Module.exports equals get one cupcake, get one cupcake. Okay. It's just important to note that whatever you reference here is what you're going to be referencing in your front end. So just for continuity, I'm going to keep these all the same, right? But I mean, this could be like cats, and then this would be cats, and it would still reference, as long as the second part is referencing this part, it'll still work. All right. So inside this function, I'm going to create a for loop. I'm going to say var I is equal to 0, and while I is less than cupcakes.length I plus plus. I increases by 1. Okay. Now if, right, because I want to find that specific cupcake, right? If cupcakes I, that individual, like cupcake, that object, whatever, if that ID is equal to the ID thrown in here, this parameter, run this bit of code. I want you to return cupcakes. I want you to return that cupcake. If we go back here, we can't, I want to make sure that I'm sending the information properly. So I'm going to just create a const I don't know. Shoot. Test. And then I'm going to send that back. So let's see if it worked. All right, we'll go back to the start. All right, great. Look at this. Wow. Woo. See delight. Nice. We are getting all that stuff back. That's great. That's really important. Okay, since we know that const test is working, I'm just going to give it a get one cupcake const right there. We're going to do res.render. We're going to do the one cupcake page, right? And we're going to do another rec res function, fat arrow function. And then inside here, we're going to render get one cupcake, get one cupcake. Interesting. What if it's just cupcakes, right? It should be a blank page. Or no, because it should say something. It's working. It's supposedly it's working. Okay. Something is not working. Okay. We are module exporting. We were getting it. Let's try going back here. It's having a hard time sending. So what's going on? We're running from queries, right? It was sending. The only thing I did was do the render part. Oh, see, because you don't need this for render. Duh, you don't need that for render. Just get so used to typing it all the time. All right, let's try again. All right, so we're not getting anything, but I mean, at least we're getting, or at least we're getting something. All right. That's because this isn't being vote.cupcake, so we're still getting that title. We are referencing this one cupcake page. We just have to reference this as the get one cupcake.name. Right? Yes. Okay. So if we create a couple more of these, I like to keep this open while I'm looking at it. Come on now. We're gonna say baker. We're gonna say ratings. Oh, yeah, we'll do this. We'll do it for now. And then average rating. Because there's multiple ratings, I want to be able to see each one that's been done before. And because of that, we need to do something special for ratings. We just have to make another each, like a for loop, so for each. Get one cupcakes.ratings, right? Gonna end that loop here. We're gonna post this. H2 is a block level element, so it's gonna create a new line each time. So we're gonna change this out with span, and that'll just post all these on the same line until this next header comes in. For this, I'm actually gonna go down to H4. I think this might look a little bit nicer. We'll do it this way. This I want to tab in. And then, you know what? I actually also want to create a div, and the class name is, what did I use before? Single cupcake. No, cupcake. We'll do cupcake list first because in cupcakes, single cupcakes, it's RGBA, and so the opacity is like 0.5. And I like that. I like that look. Single cupcake, boom, div, boom. Go like this. Wait. Here. No, come on. Here, tab. All right. So now we got everything. It looks like everything's going to be working out okay. It might even look very pretty. Let's check it out. It does not look pretty. And that's because we did not link it. All right, link, style sheet, main. All right, nice. The purple did not come up. Why is that? Oh, because it's an ID. Duh. Here we go. ID. Boom. Show me something pretty. Yes. Love it. Okay. I also want to, before this each statement, give like a ratings thing. Just so people know, hey, these are the ratings. Baker. Hey, that's the baker. And then this, I guess, I mean, how does it look? Yeah, I'll just do it on the side. Average rating. Okay, there's that. Okay, great. So we got all these things, right? I'm able to go from the main page, which, you know what, let's fix that now. The main page. Let's just take this class and we'll give it to this. Okay, so now the aref has a single cupcakes class. Perfect. It's almost perfect. Let's get rid of the text decoration. Okay, and I want to keep the color black. Cool. Okay. So there's that. You can go to any one of these. Okay. Sea salt ice cream. Wow. Looks really good. Let's try it out. Oh, we can't. We can't even vote. So let's get that out there. To make it able to vote, we need to first let's create a form. Create a form. Give it an action. This action is basically gonna send, like, you're gonna give it a route. What path is this gonna go to? Where are you sending this information? We're sending this information to cupcakes, ratings, and then we're gonna reference get one cupcake again .id. So that way we're specifying this cupcake ID, and we're gonna be sending information to that specific cupcake ID. Okay. Form, great. Okay. Let's give this a label. We'll call it vote. Very original. We're gonna get input. We're gonna get an input value type of number. We'll give it a name of vote. We can reference that. We'll give it a min of 1 and a max of 5. Good. And we're gonna give a starting value of 3. Whoop. Okay. And we'll give a button. Vote. We really want people to vote, especially on the cupcakes they like. All right, let's check it out. All right, we've got vote 3 vote. This is grand. Now we have like a little place that we can input information in a little form. The problem is if we do this now, it says cannot get cupcakes ratings 1. It's good that we're referencing this ID. It's good that we have, it's not a bad thing that we cannot get, but this is really important right here. We don't want to get, we want to tell it to post. We want to send information. In order to do that, you have to give this form a method of, as you can see, post or get. We'll give it post, just like that. Now if we go back, cannot post. That's great. We want that. We want that so much. It's also important to note that you can't post anything. You can't send information to, you can't, without Body-Parser. We need Body-Parser for this to work. In order, listen, I'm gonna remind me, dismiss. I'm trying to do stuff. We want to install Body-Parser. To do that, we go back to our terminal, do npm install body-parser --save. We want to save this dependency. Okay? Press enter, wait for it to save, wait for it to save. Hooray, it did it! Yay, it's working, it's working! But how do you know if it actually saved? You check your JSON package. Package.json. You can see right down here, here's Handlebars, here's Express, and here's our fabulous Body-Parser. You can tell, you can see it's interesting that they're in alphabetical order. Alright, so we are referencing Body-Parser. Here, we have to reference that. We can use a dash here because it like freaks out a little bit. So we're going to reference it as Body-Parser require body. This is where we use the dash. Sorry. Okay. So back to our middleware. In order to get this in order to use this, we need to have an extra bit of code here. The reason I know that is because Body-Parser, in their documentation, they specify this. They tell you that you need this in order to make it work. Very interesting. What we do is we can go to Express.js. Oh, look, it's right there. API reference. If you go to request and let's see here. Params, no, body, it's body. You can see right here, Body-Parser. They have their own and they have their own little part or page on npmjs.com. If you look up their program, as you can see here, it's like npm install Body-Parser. We did this part. Now we got to go down here and get a certain bit of code. It's just right down here at the bottom. The one that we want is this. app.use Body-Parser URL encoded extended false. We want this one because we're sending information to our own server. I mean, different things would require, like the parse application for JSON. Okay, anyways, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna put this in our middleware. Okay. And then from there, we're able to use Body-Parse. Able to take information from the page and send it back, or at least store it. Shoot. To set that up, we're gonna do our app.post. This is where we're gonna specify where we're sending this information. Cupcakes/ratings/ID. It's basically the same as up here, but now we're adding ratings ID. You want to make sure that on your form it's sending it to the same thing. Cupcakes, ratings. Make sure it's all spelled the same. Cupcakes, ratings. Yep. All right. Same as above. Rec_res. Right. Get that fat arrow function. We're going to say const ID is equal to rec, the request parameters ID. We're just referencing this part. Whatever this part equals in the parameters of the path, we're going to save it. Okay. We're going to save it as this function ID. We also want what we vote, what our vote was that we had input into the form. And rec.body is where you'll find that. And because we gave it a name, vote. Oh, wrong page. Because we gave it the name vote, boom, that's where we're going to reference it. All right. So body.vote. Great. Okay, so we got this stuff. All that stuff is great, but now what? Right? If we go back here and we go to our main page, right? We'll go to sea salt ice cream and we're gonna say 3, vote. It gives us this loading thing. It's gonna be loading because it's got nothing else to do. It's important, it's very important that when you send, or after the post, your response is to redirect the person at the page that clicked vote, and they're going to send them back to the main page. Send them back. Redirect them to this path. All right. Now, as you can see, after I changed it, like, did a weird thing. But watch. Go here. You vote. Huzzah, you go back. You go in, but there's no 3 here. So we have to add a 3 in. If we go back to our backend queries JavaScript, this is where I'm going to make a function that takes in the voting that the user puts in and adds it to the array of votes, or to the current votes that are already present on the Cupcake page, so the single Cupcake page. So here we go. We're going to create a function, and we're gonna call it add vote. Okay, it's gonna take in the ID and the vote of these constants. Okay, and inside here we're gonna make a for loop. Okay, we're gonna say var I equals 0, and while I is less than cupcakes.length, we're going to I++. Basically the same as above. If cupcakes, you know what? I'll make it a little different. I'll make a variable cupcake equals cupcakes I. Just make it a little easier, so that way, I can do the if cupcake equal cupcake.id. equals ID. We're gonna run this code. Okay. Inside this code, we are going to what's that word called? There we go. Oh, just Cupcake. Cupcake dot ratings dot push. Right, you're referencing the ratings in here. Cupcake ratings plural, and we're gonna push the vote. Push the vote. Also, it's important to note the type of what we're pushing. You can see that these are numbers, but I don't really know what kind of type vote is. We can fix that by just going down here to const vote, and we can just tell it, hey, this is a number. Whatever this is, we're returning it as a number, and we're calling it a vote. Okay, so it should be adding the vote now. We have to module export. There we go. Module export that function. And then over here, we're going to call that function. We're going to say queries dot add vote ID vote. Okay. And it should work. We'll see what it does. All right, so we're back to the main website. Click. It was the best ice cream. The best. All right, go back in and look. Fantastic. It's got it was able to add another one in, right? So now there's 5. If I had a 1, which no one would ever do, it is added. But average rating isn't changing. We can change that. We can fix that. That all goes back to this function over here, right? What we want to do is we're going to do an accumulator. So we'll make a var sum equals 0. And then, after we get into this if statement, right, we have to cycle through, we're pulling this cupcake, we know it's like, okay, this is the cupcake we're working with. But inside that cupcake, I want to cycle through all of the ratings that have occurred so far, right? And find the average of them. But when I cycle through, in order to do that, I'm going to cycle through, and for each number, I'm going to add it to this accumulator, the variable sum. Okay, so if I want to cycle through, I'm going to make a for loop for var j. Got to do a different variable than I for this one. For var j equals 0. And j is less than cupcake dot rating dot length. J plus plus. Cupcake is here. Good. Okay. Come on. There we go. For each one, we're going to do sum plus equals, which is just shorthand for sum equals sum plus cupcake dot ratings j. Okay. I want to make sure that that worked. That we're adding all the ratings together. I'm just gonna do like cupcake dot average rating equals sum for now. Let's see what that does. All right, so we got 23, which is all of these added together. That's great. So that is working. We'll do var total equals sum divided by cupcake. Let's basically this whole thing right here. So I'm just going to copy that. Copy, paste. Okay. And then we're going to say Cupcake total, or average rating, equals math.round, because I want to make sure it rounds 2 decimal places, total times 100 divided by 100. We got it. It's working. That's good. We'll go back here. I refreshed. Let's start over. We'll start over. Okay. We'll go to Mango Paradise. It's got 2, 3, 1, 4, and 5. So if we add another 4, let's vote. Look! Changed its rating to 3.17. And if you go in, there's the 4. Those are all the things right there. I mean, we could make this a little fancier and add borders around it. If we wanted to do that, we'd have to go to the one Cupcake page. Well, it's in our front end over here. One Cupcake. Down here where it says span dot this, we're going to give it a class ratings, sure, why not? And in here, we'll reference that. Ratings, dot ratings. And then we will, I don't know, give it like a padding of 1 EM. Give it a border, 1 pixel, solid, yellow. Probably going to be ugly, but whatever. Let's see what happens. Let's go back. Nothing happens because I didn't save. All right, there's that. I think maybe 1 EM is too much. 0.5. Okay. Border radius. I'll give it like a 25 pixels. Nah, that's too much. 5 EM. That's still too much. 1 EM. I guess that doesn't really matter, huh? 10 pixels. That's good. I like that. And if you vote, you can go back. Vote. Come back here. Vote. Vote. All right. Well, hey, there's that. Shoot. You know, we could do something real cool. Is in the beginning up here, we can do like in these sweet for every. Gosh, I like this. Let's see what we can do. Animation. We're gonna say width. How do you use the animation again? I forget. CSS animation. Okay, animation duration. I thought there was like a shorthand. Yeah, right here. So I guess you do like 2 seconds width. Let's see what that does. If it's just width, right? I'm pretty sure you can list it like that. Maybe if I go to CSS tricks. Okay. I wonder if that'll do it. Let's see. Refresh. No. But how do you get animation to work? Hmm. Right. Well, poop. I know I made like a thing. Shoot. CD projects. CD galvanize eats. CD public cat main CSS. And it's right in here. It's not on this page. Okay. Photo area. Transition. This is what it was. Transition. Width 2 seconds. Aha, that's what it was. Okay. So, I wonder if I just do width here. Does that fix it? Does that do it? No. Gotta say transition. Nice. Cool. See? I like that. I think that's cool. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, we did pretty much everything. You're able to use Node.js, use Express.js, Handlebars, Body-Parser. It's this I really like this. This was a lot of fun to make. Let me know if you guys have any questions, I suppose. And yeah, damn. All right.